Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Monday market webcast. Okay, so we're going to start with a 5-minute chart. You can see overnight low 35.71.75. So they took out the low from Friday. The bears remain in control of the market. I mean, this is a sell rallies type of situation, and it will be until they can deal with some of the levels that we will talk about on the daily chart. But what you're seeing now pre-market is you're just seeing this little grind to the upside. It's holding the mid-band. This is volume weighted average price is right around 36.02 right now. Proprietary moving average is sitting 36.10, call it. This declining red line is the hourly mid-band, so we're above that. So in looking at the daily chart very quickly, this is what I mean. The bears remain in control. It's not a band ride anymore, but it's a situation where the 9-day is holding price in as resistance, and it's just kind of in this channel between the 9-day and the second and the 2 standard deviation lower band, which is just a sell rally situation. And as long as we keep taking out prior day lows, things are not going to change. The bulls are really, honestly, I mean, I said this about the bears for years, literally years. I'm not exaggerating. Now I'll say it about the bulls. The bulls are noise anywhere below the 9-day. I used to say for years that the bears were noise anywhere above the 9-day. It's because, that 9-day would hold up for months at a time back during big uptrends. We'll see if they can do the same here. This is indicative of a trending market. Trending market on a long-term basis. Hourly chart. New weekly pivot comes in 36.50 quarter. That's going to get a look this week. The question is, what happens when we get there? So it's been 2 weeks since we've engaged the weekly pivot. They're not going to do a third. So what's going to happen is when we get to 36.50 quarter this week, how is price going to react? Do the bulls run out of gas up there? Do the bears defend it? Do they then take out 35.71.75, which would be a pretty strong statement. I'm actually, expecting the 9-day to get involved this week as well. When you have these big downtrends, there are going to be rallies. You can be long the rallies. You can sit on the sidelines for the rallies. Don't fight the rallies short when they really get going because you're going to blow yourself up. Let's see where we're at. Here's your hourly mid-band, which is that red line I showed you on the 5-minute chart. We've been above that for a couple of hours. There's all this stuff circulating about a closed-door Fed meeting, blah, blah, blah. They have these. I think it's interesting they're having one today, but, this is not unprecedented, and they're talking about the discount rate. So everybody's, there was some guy I follow, I screw around on TikTok like everybody else. Some guy comes on with like red flashing shit, red alert. Just relax. Whatever this chart's going to do is whatever this chart's going to do. Just respect risk, worry about the 10 handles in front of you, and stop waking up every morning thinking that the moon is going to crash into the earth, because it's not. Okay? If we come in, fine. If we don't, fine. The only reason you're getting hot and bothered about it is if you have etched out an ideological position about I am a bull or I am a bear, we are done going down, we are going up, or we are going down forever, and that you're way over positioned and you're worried that you're going to get your ass kicked. And if you're worried that you're going to get your ass kicked, then you probably should worry about getting your ass kicked, because you're probably, you're probably out over the tips of your skis. So why don't you come on back to planet Earth and trade it, instead of trying to turn it into a ideological statement or, something that you can, pin the tweet on and hang your hat on for I don't know, the 30-second news cycle that we all live with now, which is more like 2.2 seconds. Because trust me, when it's all said and done, nobody's going to give a shit. Nobody gives a shit. You could be totally right or totally wrong. Nobody cares. So it's better just to trade what you see, respect risk, and make some handles instead of trying to be right all the time. Such a waste of absolute energy. So we are brushing up into the daily pivot, which is right around 3060, 3631. So you got daily pivot, weekly pivot. This is kind of a reach. Although if some news comes out of that meeting, anything's possible today. But you're making lower lows. You had the higher low, you had the lower high, but now you got the lower low. So it's just this kind of downtrending thing, which is what we saw out on that daily chart. So that's where we are. That's where we are. We are in a downtrending market where we can be long these pops or we can stand aside on these pops. Don't fight them short, and don't worry about intermediate longer term stuff, because it's, first of all, it's out of your control. Second of all, it's because you're overpositioned one way or the other, and you're trying to be right. And every tick that goes against you makes you less right, and that's upsetting. It is a lot easier. You will sleep a lot better if you just trade what's in front of you. So I'll be interested to see what happens if we get to 36.50 today. I'll be interested to see what happens if we get back to 36.07, which is the hourly mid-band. With this kind of a downtrend, the bears really need to be living in the 3,500s, not the 3,600s. And the more they do that, the better chance they have of taking out 35.71 pretty efficiently. All right. Have a fantastic day. Be safe, be healthy, take care. Trade them well. I will talk to you tomorrow.